You know, for thousands of years, people have told stories around a campfire. Hi, I'm Jeff Whitaker, and welcome to this little bit of a different twist on your weekly Jumpstart. I told you this week I was going to talk to you about leadership and communication. So, as I record this sitting around a fire at night, you may say, what does communication and leadership have to do with a campfire? Well, as I told you, for thousands of years, people have told stories around campfires. We remember stories. What I've learned is the most effective leaders anywhere are the ones who can tell and share great stories. As I said, for thousands of years, people have gathered around fires and they've told stories, and most of the time, those stories were to pass along virtues and values to future generations. And people found that really the most natural way to share those values was by sharing a story. And the greatest leaders that are out there are the ones who take a value or a vision or they take a point that they want to drive home to their employees or their fellow workers, or maybe it's another company, and they weave a story around that value or that vision or that virtue. And people have a tendency to remember stories more than they remember an employee handbook or stats on a board or facts or figures. Stories have a huge impact. So today's Jumpstart is one that's a little bit simpler than normal. There's nothing fancy about it. It's not going to be long and drawn out. It's just something that I want you to think about. If you're ever going to be a great leader, or if you're leading right now and have a hard time getting across to employees, consider interweaving stories when you share with your employees. When you gather around, it could be one-on-one over a cup of coffee. It could be in a group meeting. Don't just share statistics and share just the latest budgets and the bottom line of where you are as a company. Relate stories. Share stories of lessons you learned along the way, along your career, personally. Stories that can show that, first of all, you're human just like they are, and you have ups and downs, and you have struggles just like they do. And stories that say, hey, you know, here's somebody who's learned something important, and maybe I can learn something as well from a circumstance or a situation they went through. Stories have power. Stories have impact. And I'm sure if you look back at your childhood, you'll remember stories more than you remember anything else, because stories are powerful. So this week, as you're looking to grow as a leader, as you're looking to grow as someone who has influence with others, as John Maxwell would put it, everyone communicates, but few connect. Learn how to connect. And one of the most powerful ways you can learn to connect is through the power of a story. If you're interested in me bringing the Everyone Communicates, Few Connect study to you through a lunch and learn, or maybe even through a group study, I'd be interested in talking to you about that. And I offer a free version of this, so I can come in and talk with you and just share a little bit of what it means to be a good communicator and someone who connects when they communicate. So I'm Jeff Whitaker. Thanks for watching this week, and though it's been a little bit different, a little unusual, but I hope you've gotten something important out of it that you can use in your own walk this week. You can look for stories around you, look for personal stories to share with others. You'll see that they have a lot of power and a lot of impact. And in the meanwhile, go out this week and let's make a difference.